You were going to keep your screen. I think
All
that should be fine.
right, so we are live. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Lyon Arboretum. My name is Hadley Anderson. I'm the education specialist here at Lyon Arboretum. And with me today, I have our two wonderful trail interns, Xavier.
Hey, guys.
And Rosemary.
Hi.
So we're here today to talk a little bit about their summer project and what they were working on all summer. And you may have tuned in for our watch video that our watch party that we just did on the video that summarized their internship here at the Arboretum. So I don't know if you guys want to go ahead and start off and say a little bit about that video or what you did this summer. Just to recap, since some people may not have watched it.
Sure. Did you want to start off with the...
Yeah, sure. We created that video to show you guys what we worked on this summer. So we focused on two main trails, and it was the First Valley Loop Trail and the Aihualama Trail, which leads to the waterfall. And I talked about the loop trail, and Rosemary talked about the waterfall trail. So in the video, we kind of showed a virtual tour of the trail because of COVID, so to limit the gatherings of people. So did you want to talk about the trail?
Sure. So I'll just go into maybe a little bit of detail on what we covered in the video. For the trail that Xavier covered, which is the First Valley Loop Trail, we went over kind of some of the processes and some of the materials that we use for the trail. Also, that part of the Arboretum has a lot of special plants. So he also covered some of the specialty trees that are in the area, and I think some of them that you covered was the conifers, right? Mm-hmm. And the ficus. We also did some new plantings such as breadfruit, ulu trees in the area. And then he also briefly touched on some of the invasive species that we encountered on the path. One of them, which is basket grass, but we've actually opted to keep that in the area because it acted as good ground cover. Mm-hmm. And then for the Aihualama Falls Trail, which is, I would say, like maybe one of the most popular one, because while we're here and while visitors were coming in, we saw most people, along that trail. So part of that trail, basically, we're facing water issues. And so one of the things that we tackled was, how to make the trail basically a safer path for people to walk and get to the waterfall trail. And part of the way that we did that was by laying down gravel in the area. And if you tuned in, we showed pictures of how we got the gravel up there, which was by buckets. So, Xavier and I definitely put in our work this summer in getting that up there. Also, there were tons of other people that helped in that system to get the gravel up there. So to everyone who helped, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That brings up the point that our interns and our volunteers are very, very important to us here at the Lyon Arboretum as well. Can you guys go into a little bit, you discussed in the video a little bit more about the Aihualama Trail and how that trail seemed to form and what kind of shapes it takes and what affects it and how you mitigated that. Can you go a little bit about that? Because it seems like there was a lot of water erosion that was happening. And so what are some more details about how, when you build a trail, what do you try to account for, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. So when looking at a trail to build, you kind of want to walk through it first to see what's happening. And especially in that area, the sloping of the trail and just kind of the way the trail kind of forms, we noticed that it was water erosion. The water was eroding the trail and it was running off in areas that it shouldn't have run off. So when you think about it, water starts from the top and goes down. So we had initially we walked up the trail, and we walked off the trail when we got to the top, and we noticed that this area, a natural water drainage area, was dammed up with a whole bunch of palm fronds and just a whole bunch of underbrush. So we noticed that, hey, it's directing the water on the trail and out of the drainage. So at that point, we said, hey, like maybe we should clean out this area and kind of form berms to kind of direct the water where it should be. So again, water drainage is very important when doing trail building. So after we were able to handle that or tackle that issue, then we got to kind of fill in the trail and create water bars in necessary areas where the water would need to be drained.
Nice. Excellent. Oftentimes, I think, speaking as personally as a hiker, sometimes you really don't notice what is going on with the trail until it's in a bad state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely.
And I'm so sorry to cut you off, but I guess that was like one thing that we really tried to do this summer was coming in from the perspective of visitors who would come and use these paths, you know. So we were told to basically walk the trails and see as if we hadn't looked at the map of the Arboretum, haven't been guided through it, and see what are some of the problems or, you know, difficulties that we faced on the trails. And those were the issues that we tried to tackle.
Excellent. Okay. So let's talk about what brought you to intern at Lyon Arboretum. The trail internship seems like a really hard one, lugging those buckets of gravel everywhere. So we appreciate your hard work on that. But what have you learned, and what brought you here?
Sure. Do you want to go? Or?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So I found out about the trail internship through a newsletter from Kupu. I actually participated in Kupu, and I get their newsletters via email. And my other plans for summer, it didn't go as planned, and I was searching for something to do this summer, and I came across the newsletter, and Lyon Arboretum came up, and I read the description of the program. Yeah, it seemed laborious, but I'm no stranger to working outdoors and doing hands-on work, so I decided to give it a shot, and I'm here, and I enjoyed my summer, and I gained so many skills, and I would have never thought that I would have ended up here this summer. And I can honestly say I know way more about trees. I'm not a tree person, but I've learned more about trees, and just being at the Arboretum and working with people that I've met it's been an amazing opportunity.
Excellent. Thank you, Xavier. Rosemary, what about you?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, just to kind of point out some of the things like Xavier said, working with some of the people at the Arboretum, not just the staff, but the volunteers that came in here, you know, there's like some really dedicated staff and volunteers that are here, and we really enjoyed working with everyone this summer. How I found out about this internship was I was interested in learning more about ecology, especially pertaining to Hawaii. My undergraduate is in urban planning, and I know that urban planning is a very dynamic and diverse field. And so the specialty that I wanted to focus on, like integrating into the cities, is basically greenery, like parks and stuff like that. But however, because my undergraduate is not in botany or anything of the earth sciences, you know, I want to learn from people who are professionals in that field and get some of that knowledge. So that was the reason why I came and sought out this internship at Lyon this summer.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, great. So sounds like you guys are taking a lot away with you this summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sure.
And so is there anything that sticks out in your mind that really made an impact on you this summer? And maybe the trajectory you're going to take with your career?
Sure. So, you know, we took a hike up to Manoa Cliff one day, and we worked with, was it
Sebastian?
Sebastian, who we also volunteered up there, pulling out invasives and everything like that. And so I definitely realized that, you know, taking care of the land, just how much work people put in taking care of the land, and how much it's needed for more people to come out here. You know, it's our planet, our city, and, you know, we should all get involved. There's many people who are doing this on the side, you know, taking care of bits and pieces of it. And I think that Manoa Falls Day volunteering there, that was a great experience.
Cliff, Manoa Cliffs Native Restoration Group is an all-volunteer organization that takes care of that area, and has taken care of that 600 acre area for about the past 15 years. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's completely entirely volunteer. Are we losing feed? Nope. Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, that was a very special experience, because I got to join you guys on that experience too.
That was cool.
Completely soaked, and you guys, it was wonderful. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys took away from that. Xavier, what would you say about a big experience that you'll take away?
Definitely. I guess a big experience that I would say was actually, I personally enjoyed using the electric wheelbarrow, the candy cone. That was my first time operating that kind of machinery.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I actually liked it because, like I said, I'm like more of the hands-on type of work person. So I really like doing that, and it's kind of an experience because I want to do something in natural resource management, and all of this kind of pertains to that. So I definitely thought that was kind of a peak experience or a fielding experience for me working outside in this environment. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I have to say thank you guys for all of your hard work here, and thank you for producing such a wonderful video for us, because I being in the education department, I can appreciate it. It's a very educational video, and it's really wonderful for people to be able to see our trails who may have actually been on these trails before, and now can see some of the amazing work you guys have been doing over the summer, even though we are unfortunately closed right now.
Yeah. Soon, hopefully, shortly.
Soon.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see you guys back. But can I get a where do you think you're going next?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tackle that first?
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in the process of looking for a planning job right now. So hopefully one of those soon.
Excellent. Okay, Xavier.
So I have one more year of undergraduate, a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Studies at Chaminade University, and I'm finishing up this year, and hopefully next year I'll be doing a master's at UH.
Excellent. Best of luck to both of you.
Thank you
so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're gonna say ahoy ho.
Ahoy ho.
See you next
Thanks
time.
everyone.